flight attendant life, some hotels just give you everything that you never knew existed. From the customer service to being able to get certain rewards with your cards, I should say, to the lighting, because baby, look at this. This makeup is not coming off. When I tell you, normally I come in, I shower, do my makeup, and then go out. No. The other thing is that sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna take a nap, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, I'm about to go outside. I am in Europe and they have holiday markets. I'm outside. But let's talk about customer service, because I just went above and beyond on my flight and I felt so good. I told my coworker, I said, this is what flying is about. This is what the holidays is about. So let me tell you guys what happened, because I've never had this happen. In February, I will be flying for 10 years. I've never had this happen. So this really cute woman gets on board, and I was actually the boarder. So based on where I was sitting on the aircraft, that position meant that I was the person that worked the boarding door, greeting everyone, telling them where to sit, so on and so forth. So this really cute woman gets on, and she actually reminds me of the very first family that I nannied for. She reminds me of the mom. Even her voice, like just her petite figure, she looked like her. I was like, is that Audrey? It was not Audrey, but so anyway, so she's like, I need help, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it? She says the gate agent was lovely and upgraded my seat. However, she took my previous boarding pass and it had my bag tag on the back, and I was like, oh my gosh. So immediately my thought is, I don't really know how this lady is gonna retrieve this, because I've never had this happen. So the purser on the flight was like, oh, she can just check the FlyD app. You guys know the company. FlyD app, and track her bag. Well, right before, maybe like 30 minutes before landing, because it was like so busy, I told her, I said, no matter what, I'm gonna make sure I help you before the flight ends. So about 30 minutes, or about 45 minutes actually before landing, I went over to her and she's like, I tried to check the FlyD app and I couldn't, because I needed a reference number or a bag tag number. This sweet older woman is flying into Europe by herself, and she just wants to make sure that she can track her bag, even if her bag doesn't make it on the flight. I'm like, okay. So some quick thinking, I reached out to one of our resources that we have as flight attendants with the company that I work for, and they were able to retrieve it, because I have a work device with the information of the passenger's name and seat, but I didn't have that sort of information for her bag. Within like 30 seconds, they wrote me back. Okay, maybe it was like 2 minutes. They wrote me back. They gave me her bag information. They told me that it had been boarded onto our flight. I just hand wrote her a little note with the information that they gave me, and then I went over to her. I was able to take her phone, go to the FlyD app, find her bag for her. I'm in the app, right? Put in the little bag tag information, and we both pull it up and we see the bag was put on, and we see the time it was put on. We see that it's making its way to our European destination. And it was just such a feel-good moment, because I felt accomplished, number one, because I was determined to help her. She was so happy. It was just like the simple things, you know, you never know why a person is traveling. And I always say this, treat people how you want to be treated. And even if that's not how you want to be treated, treat people good. If you want to be treated bad, that's fine. But don't be out there treating people bad, because I made her day. I made her trip, and it was just that simple, going above and beyond. So to God be the glory, he had me on this flight for a reason, because I was able to get rid of my Ghana and I came to Europe, and baby, we about to go shopping now. Yeah. Some of you are already flight attendants. Some of you want to become flight attendants, but don't forget your why. My why, I earned my wings. I earned my wings because my dad was murdered when I was 18, and I wanted to fly with him. And every chance I get, I'm in the air and I fly with him. And sometimes we gotta work together on the ground, because I be doing other stuff too. But I earned my wings, and I am just grateful that God gives me breath in my body. He gives me strength in my legs to walk those aisles, because baby, we do a lot of walking. He gives me the ability to speak. He gives me the ability to show up and make a difference in the lives of others, and that's what it's about. So don't forget that no matter what comes, what goes, you stay beautiful, you let your light shine, and you make a difference in someone else's life today. Okay?